Okay, hello. This is Tom, negotiating with Jesus. I'm in my car. Maybe I'll do a Bible reading like this. What do you think? So, I'm really trying to work out some of the ideas that I have about where leaders are to go if you're following Jesus. What are you to do in a time like this? So it's clear as anything that we have things separating us. And it's a lot of political things. And political to me is every discussion that has to do with the now rather than the eternal. So eternal life is some state, according to the promises of Jesus, where there's no tears, there's some agreement about who is in authority, it's Jesus. And then conflict, it's more all wonder and no pain. It's all the wonder and joy and surprise and goodness and laughter and celebration, and none of the troubles and difficulties. What's this person doing? Nothing with me. So eternity has to do with things that won't change, things that we will want to stay the same. And it's the trouble-free life. We'll have life that's trouble-free. So all human discussions are about, in some way, if you have some kind of joy, that is an eternal glimpse, a glimpse into eternity. If you have some kind of struggle or some disagreement, that's political. So if you don't know, if you're arguing with your wife about scrambled eggs or sunny side up, that's a political discussion. If you don't agree, public school, private school, if you're having that discussion, that is a political discussion. If you're not sure about capital punishment, that's a political discussion. If you want lower taxes, political. Higher taxes, political. If you want to wear a mask or not wear a mask, that's a political discussion. If you want freedom of religion, that's a political discussion. In the kingdom, in some eternal world, there won't be a discussion of whether there'll be freedom of religion. If there's one king and it's Jesus, if that's true, people who think Muhammad is the prophet or some such other religious discussion, that's it will be resolved. It'll be resolved. So even some of the religious debate has to do with political ideas. Is every religion equal? Well, that's a political discussion. That's a human discussion. It's very temporary. At some point, if revelation happens that all is revealed, then we'll know. Now we won't. Now we simply won't. We'll spout our opinions. And if you have an opinion, and even a strong opinion, and even the right opinion, there's no way for you to be able to prove that beyond your opponents or to your opponent's satisfaction. So we are stuck in a political world where we get glimpses of eternity, glimpses of eternity. And if you feel joy when you're lifted by music, and it's just personal, that you all of a sudden glimpse something, that's an eternal joy. There's something about eternity now, but there's also something hellish about now. And we can debate about who is the ruler of this world. Is it Jesus, or is it Satan, the prince and power of the air, the one who seems to accuse, the accuser? And if you're saying I'm going to accuse, then you're also getting into that the rule of now is about accusing. It's about accusing. So we are always in agreement with the snake, the serpent in the garden. The serpent said, "Don't you think God is withholding? Because I would like you to decide." And he offered us not only the fruit, but the decision. He offered it to us. And boy, we do not want to return that fruit. That is sweet tasting fruit if I can decide. That's the entirety of the serpent's offer. who's going to be the authority, you or God? And we're like, yeah, I'd like to decide. And if we're in that state that I'd like to decide, we also agree with the serpent about accusing. We're looking at others and saying that person is wrong. I get to decide. I get to decide. The person looking back at me says, Satan made that deal with me. He told me I could decide. And they're pointing at you, you're pointing at them. We're agreeing with the accuser. So there's a little bit about this political discussion we're having. It is a very difficult time, as all times are, but this is the time I find myself in with you. So we're going to wrestle through it. This is Negotiating with Jesus. Like and subscribe, and we'll continue hashing this out. Thanks. Talk to you later.